not very warm. Been very wet here, as you can see, because it's very green. Beautiful. Very cool today. When I visited last September, it was probably 12 degrees hotter, you know. This is a lovely location, one that I had a look at last year, because this mountain range here, Marmarole, is one of my favourites. It's one of my most favourite places in the world, to be honest. And the Tolkien work has brought me to this region. Not everyone will agree that this region was inspired by Tolkien, but some will disagree on those who agree. Whatever. Anyway, it's currently about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm not taking anything today, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be visiting this area early over the next couple of days for sunrise, because the sun is currently, or will rise behind you in front of me, and once it rises it will hit the Marmarole, and what I'm looking for is this wonderful pink glow that the Dolomites are renowned for due to the colour of their rocks. But hopefully a little bit of atmosphere in there. We've got some interesting cloud formations around at the moment. We are due to have thunderstorms as well, so who knows. But this will be a morning shot that I'll be taking this week, so I'm really looking forward to capturing one of the most beautiful vistas I think there is on the planet.
Italiana, per cui qualcuno...
Finally, this week we've got some work. Got up this morning at 4 o'clock, 2 different locations. Obviously the one you can see behind me, and then the one that was behind me that you can now see. 4 o'clock this morning having to do this. It's not good for anyone, is it really? But fingers crossed. This one's been a year in my mind, and we'll see how it comes out like once the negs have been developed. Been shooting on Ektar this morning, because the last time I shot this location I was using slide, and I found that I underexposed the images because there's not as much latitude in the film as there is with negative film. So fingers crossed. You can't beat a slide on a light box, but sometimes you've just got to get what you've got to get, haven't you? You know, when you come all this way, you've got to try and get your work. I suppose I better go home now to the children and the wife, cook some breakfast. You know, have another day of being driven mad. Anyway, I'll catch you later. it's always nice to sit in a bit of nature. Early in the morning, no one annoying you. Didn't mean that towards my wife either, or my children. Having said that, they do annoy me. But the one thing when you come to places like this, and this is what I love about this region so much, is you are in a wilderness up here. But the interesting thing is people don't live too far away, yet you wouldn't think so when you're up here. So how comes all these people here can live in wilderness, but still go and get pizzas, go out for a drink, and live with the wildlife and not worry? I don't understand what the difference is between, well, us in the UK and others around the world. Because it's such a shame to think that you have to travel off of our island to really get to wilderness. And it's something I've banged on about for years, but I don't think nothing will ever come of it. And when I say wilderness, I mean like true wilderness. You know, up here we got wolf. Yesterday I saw a black grouse. There's capercaillie up here. You know, there's deer, there's ibex. I saw ibex 2 days ago. But when you say wolf, people are like, oh, and it's just, it doesn't have to be like that. You know, you can just get on and you know, and let them do what they do, manage the environment, keep a healthy ecosystem. No grey squirrels up here, which is such a pleasure to me, because I absolutely despise them at home. And I don't despise the grey squirrel. I just despise the fact that no one's willing to really educate children at schools that we need to get rid of these animals. They are not of any benefit to us, and so on and so on. So, you know, while there was no one here, I thought I'd just have a little moan, really, and use this as a little bit of therapy. Hello all. The last few days have been pretty rubbish, not been able to get out much because of this sort of lighting, but I've come out today just to shoot a little bit of FP4, come back to a location that I visited in March, brought the two nutters with me. Oi. Oh. And anyway, back to this. So 300mm lens, full extension. Cameraman or woman, come towards the camera please. You should be able to see that the bellows are fully extended. If you come around this side, camera woman, and people can see. Fully extended, okay. A lot of front lift, slight tilt, exposed the scene behind. So for using FP4, I wanted, just wanted that little bit of sort of Ansel Adams-y contrast. So I've exposed for the dark areas and the light areas, come back with an overall exposure of 2 seconds, and because it's film, I'm going to push it to 4 seconds, and fingers crossed we'll see how it comes out. Alright, my wife is extremely bored by the looks of it from this side of the camera, but there we go, that's life. By the way fellas, put your feet down. If you want to go away on holiday and use your camera, you just do it. Alright, do it. Don't listen to what they have to say. Don't be, you know, put under pressure by children or wives. Just do what you've got to do. All right, we spend too much time being told what to do and not enjoying what we love. Another thing I've learned this week, which is again something I love about culture, is all the paintings on the side of the houses. And well, it's not allegedly, it's the truth. It represents the family, where they've come from, where they've been, where they grew up. So as you can see here, we've got 2 young children on the side, okay, sitting on the side of the hill just over there, and we have the church, which is just over there behind them, and this is obviously where they grew up. And then on the other side of the street, there's another one. And again, that will tell a story about the local people and where they've been, what they've done, so on and so on. Really nice. A bit of chill time. Lovely jubbly. It's been a funny week. Conditions have been really awkward, to be honest. In some respects, it's been quite nice because I've spent more time with my family. But then, on the other hand, my children have driven me mad. Currently, I'm at Alpaga, which is an absolutely stunning destination. It's just at the base of the Alps. So as you leave Venice, you head north, and then as you hit the mountains, you come over the first massive, and then in front of you is the lake, and it leads up to the Dolomites. I'm going to do a couple of shots in the morning maybe, but very hazy conditions. Been a lot of pollen about. It's been really difficult this week, especially like with my asthma. But you know, it's part of the journey, and you learn about these locations. Just 4 times I've been here in a year, and it does make you realise how much you have to spend time in one place to be able to get the images, or even not just get the images, but understand the location. Yeah, but anyway, I'll post some videos. Well, you'll see in a minute. It's the last morning. Be on a plane in about 6 hours. Back to the UK. Oh, doing a talk in 2 days. Got to get that all organised. Anyway, what have I learnt on this trip? I have learnt that every time I go away, no matter where I am in the Northern Hemisphere in July and June I should say, is that I'm always suffering with allergies, and it's driving me mad. And it's affected me on this trip, actually, because I've not had the lung capacity that I've needed to climb up the hills, which is very annoying actually. But here we are, that's life, isn't it? So I'm at a location that I came to during the winter time, and it's really nice actually to come here in summer when it's not -15 but +20 at 5 in the morning, and the birds are singing, there's flowers about, and there's no snow, and I ain't got to wear me snow boots and all of that, and I'm in a nice t-shirt. There we are. And I'm at my favourite place, looking towards the Marmarole. So I got a shot of this in black and white last time, and I have to say I was quite pleased with it. So we see what it comes out like this time, and I'm really quite intrigued again actually, because I've used a super soft gold diffusion filter, and I'm shooting on Ektar, and the only issue that I worry about with this shot is, sorry guys, is that because of the dark areas in the forest and then the highlights in the sky, I always worry you have to compromise a little bit. So am I going to burn too much detail out? I've always got this thing about trying to retain everything, which is really difficult. But with the diffuser, just looking for that little glow, little punch, and it really is a lovely feel. It's got a lovely feel to it. The filter, it's a format high-tech filter that I'm very lucky to have, to be honest. So thank you guys. So I've dropped that in front. I've exposed the scene, and I'll show you the scene now, just so you can see it. But half a second exposure. There's the scene. See, even my phone's struggling to retain. But anyway, in fact, the clouds come in a little bit. So it's been really hazy this trip. Very hazy. Another good learning curve, actually. And the mountains are in the background. And we'll see how it comes out. But actually, I think I've just got that just before all this came in. So I'm hoping this might be a nice one. Anyway, from me and the Marmarole, I'll see you back in a minute.